What's up, metalheads? My name's Jamie. This is the Blades and EDC channel. Thank you guys so much for being here. I do appreciate it. Got a very cool knife for you guys to take a look at today. This is a budget Spyderco. This is the Spyderco Alcyone. And yes, that pronunciation is correct according to Google. Spelled kind of funny, but that's how Google says you pronounce it. I'll let you read the name there. Actually, it's in the title, so you can see it anyway. But this is one of Spyderco's more budget-friendly knives. It's more expensive than, say, a Tenacious. Tenacious you can pick up for about 50 bucks. This one runs about 75, somewhere in that range. This will be in the knife sale, the next knife sale, and it will only be $50. And I like this much more than the Tenacious personally. Very interesting knife. One I'd never seen before or heard of before until it got here for the knife sale. So this is one of China's, or Spyderco's Chinese-made knives, and so is the Tenacious, but this one's much better than the Tenacious in my opinion. Feels better in hand, better handle materials, lighter weight, a little smaller, just a better beater knife, honestly. If you like Spyderco's and want a beater, or if you just collect them and haven't got this one yet, not a bad knife at all. I'll give you the specs on it real quick, and then we will do some size comparisons with some other Spydercos. Try my new little zoom feature I got working. Alright, overall length 7.04 inches, blade length 2.91 inches, so you're under that 3-inch mark with this one. Blade thickness is only 111 thousandths, so super thin, full flat grind. This one is CTS BDN1 blade steel. The handle thickness is 0.42 of an inch, and the weight is 3.3 ounces. And this is, carry it however you want it. Right hand, left hand, tip up, tip down. Take your pick. Ergos. As with most Spydercos, ergos are fantastic. I mean, it really locks you in here. Kind of got a little bit of a guard there. And with the jimping they do up here on their leaf-shaped blade, just locks you in. You're really locked in there. Great ergos. G10, that's done very interestingly. It's kind of like, I guess they put a layer of like a navy blue, or maybe that's black, over top of the jade G10, and then milled it to where it has like this checkered pattern here. And I think you could easily dye this and probably get 2 colors out of it if you wanted to, because this is definitely jade G10 underneath there. So interesting choice. Yeah, I'd be curious to see how this looked dyed actually with the right color. Honestly, it doesn't look bad the way it is in my opinion. Let's give you some size comparisons here. Here's the Tenacious. So it's quite a bit smaller than the Tenacious. Costs a little bit more, but not in the knife sale. It'll be actually the same price as the Tenacious. But if you have that 3-inch rule, this would be a very good option for you for a Spyderco that's budget friendly. Here's the Spyderco Para 3. It's going to be closer in size to a Para 3 overall. Just a tad bit shorter than a Para 3. Here is the Manix 2, way smaller than a Manix 2. Here is the Sage 5, closer in size to a Sage 5. A little shorter than a Sage 5, but not by much. Here's the Yojimbo 2, way smaller than the Yojimbo 2. So there's you some Spydercos to check out. Here's the little native. We'll go throw that one out there. It's actually bigger than the little native. And we'll do some other ones people will recognize. Benchmade Bug Out, of course. Not much shorter than a Bug Out. Maybe 1/8 of an inch shorter than a Bug Out. QSP Penguin. Almost identical. I think they are identical in length. It's a little bit thinner than a Penguin overall. Maybe a millimeter thinner on the handle than a Penguin, but not much. Here's a Civivi Elementum. Again, almost identical in length. Here is a 80 20.5. The Shark's Foot version, quite a bit smaller than that. And here is a Vista variant PE2. almost identical in length to PE2, and probably less than a millimeter thinner than a PE2, the micarta version. They're almost identical in thickness, but it's just a hair thinner than the PE2. So that should give you a good idea on the size. Ergos are great. Access to the lock bar is ridiculously good. I mean, what more could you possibly ever ask for? It's not meant for aesthetics, it's just meant for functionality, and it works great. You get really good action. It is on washers. This is a washer knife. This one's new, so it is still a little stiff, but this will break in and be buttery smooth over time, as all Spydercos do. But even out of the box here, it's got really good action. I mean, I have no problem reverse flicking it. I actually prefer the reverse flick on this one over the thumb flick, but the thumb flick's fine also. But the reverse flick, in my opinion, is better. Very lightweight. The weight on this is 3.3 ounces. It doesn't feel like 3.3 ounces to me. It feels less than that, honestly. I just want to check it. White Mountain knives, their weights are off sometimes, so I've had it happen on multiple occasions. Let's see if they're right. Huh, they nailed it, 3.3. So, very lightweight. This would make a great user knife, it really would, especially if you're in that under 3 inch, or you have to be under 3 inches. This would make a great user. This may be all T10 hardware. That's some thick hardware there. Is that T10 on everything? No, T8s. T8s on everything but the pocket clip. Let me check the T8 here, make sure. Guess it's just the size of those screws make it look bigger than it is. Yeah, all T8 on the body and pivot, and those are going to be T6 on the pocket clip. So, great user knife, great budget-friendly knife for Spyderco. If you buy these on White Mountain Knives, this video's, somebody's already bought this. Use my code BEDC10. You get 10% off, so you pick this knife up for 70 bucks, which isn't bad when you consider, you know, a lightweight pair of 3 with CTS BD1 is 115, I think, 120, somewhere in that range. And you can pick these up for 70 with the discount code, or 50 through the knife sale. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I'll see you guys on the next one.